Good morning. It is Monday, the 15th of October in the year 2012. This is a recap of Is It Safe Keeping Up with FOXX and we're going to recap our videos. We're going to do a top 5 with the emotional rate, and we want y'all to also give us the emotional rate. Our first interview was Mark Corbett, you know, the guy with the green shirt and neck brace. Mark Corbett was our first interview. It was a little bit shaky. We didn't know how to approach him. We had the resources and means of going out and interviewing, but like I said, this is not scripted. It is not rehearsed. And therefore, we get caught up in our words at times. We make mistakes, all types of things like, you see a lot of books laying around. We read, we take notes a lot. We don't really get a chance to really put these things into words until it's actually time to film. So we apologize if our footage is a little bit shaky. Like I said, we apologize if it's not, like, probably not right on point with what you guys want it to be or whatever. We do sincerely apologize. Now for the recap, like I said, Mark Corbett, as I said, was the guy with the green t-shirt, neck brace, sitting in the McDonald's parking lot on the curb. That indicated right there that there is a problem in America, as well as the surrounding 6 continents. But right now, it's sad to say we have to focus on our homeland, y'all. Like, we can't focus on our motherland until we focus on our homeland. This is our homeland, whether we like it or not. This land is not preserved for us, but it's here. We're here. We're preserved for the land, believe that. But it's not reserved for us. Hopefully, before they stop our show, because we know too much, we can get a lot out so that you can do your own researches and understand why we're doing this and know that what we're saying is really true. It's factual. We can give you resources, websites, all of that. It's just so difficult to do so when you have government agencies watching you. It's like you have to be mindful of what and how you say things. So sometimes we might come across as a joke because, you know, if we're taken as a joke, then it won't be taken real seriously to them, and we'll live long enough to be able to stress really important issues to you guys. So like I said, my curve was sitting on the curb, which is really a depressing situation in the land of the free. Most foreign countries, this might be common. You might see things like this right here in America. This is sad. We consider that a bum. Bums have areas where they can go. A bum is a degrading word towards a homeless person, and indeed it's not their fault that they're homeless in this great land of America, which has plenty of land to build homes on, vacant land, all types of land that people will be living on, and they don't allow people to chop down trees or go get bricks and stones and build houses in America. Unfortunately, that's against the law. You can't do anything without the American government to rule on the state too. Okay, now Mark Corbett, although he appeared to be a homeless guy, he was very well aware of what's going on today in America, as a lot of homeless people are, and it makes you wonder, why are these people homeless when indeed they're so intelligent? Because the Central Intelligence Agency does not want anyone or anything that is smarter than it. Knowledge is power. Power possesses a problem. When you have power, you can control. So Mark Corbett is basically a man who was stripping of his power. It did not matter what race, creed, or color he was. He was stripped of his knowledge, power, and therefore you have him sitting on the curb in the McDonald's / gas station parking lot crying out the blues about what's wrong in America, which you're going to see with the common man today, especially black. Pay attention. Number 2, we got Michelle Johnson and her little baby Joseph. When we approached Michelle, it was more of a should we iffy situation. She was with her baby's father, who chose not to be on the camera at the time. Like I said on the recap of those shows that day, there are going to be some things that you will not see. There are going to be some things that you do not hear. It does not mean we're not keeping it real with you. A lot of people we interview do not want some things to be heard. We do give everybody that we interview our website address, and we are liable for everything we say and do, so we are very, very careful as to how these interviews are done. So if you see us laughing or doing anything during the interview, trust me, we have a signature. Okay? So Michelle pretty much was she knew that there was something strange going on in the world, but at the same time she couldn't pinpoint it. So therefore, her and baby Joseph might not ever get the resources or treatment they need. Me and Naima myself, we made a promise to try to get petitions and things like that of that nature, things that they do in this world, this new world, trying to make sure that these problems do not keep on going with Michelle and her baby. There might be a possibility that might not happen, but we keep hope alive. It is what it is. Number 3, he likes his living conditions. Okay, we tried to approach this guy, like I told y'all. Some people will talk to us, some people won't. We're actually risking our lives. So, we don't know what kind of mood a person might be in. We don't know anything. We're just trying to get the juice and give it to you guys so y'all could drink from the fountain of life. Stop drinking the wine of this world. Drink some knowledge. That's all. So, this man, obviously, y'all didn't see, but off the camera, we actually explained to him the concept of the show. Is it safe keeping up with FOXX? And now we explained to him the real life issues that we wanted to touch bases on, what we wanted to talk to the American public about, what responses we were looking for, what responses we expected, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. And this man just, as you can clearly see in the footage, refused to give us any detail, but was headed toward a drug area. Number 4, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Y'all did not see behind the scenes. The mailman was very boldly arrogant and disrespectful towards us, though we laughed it off like we do, things of that nature. We don't even want to talk too much about that. Number 5 was Bruce. Now, Bruce was a very intelligent man who by all means was respectable to us. And in the end of our lecture, we do feel as though Bruce learned a lesson and that he will go Google a few things we told him to Google. And as y'all can see the footage, Bruce was very intrigued by our knowledge as well. And I guess it gave him the rush to want to learn more, as we should and hope to be giving y'all, mashallah, that means God willing. Number 6, James. James was a bit knowledgeable, except for the fact that James did not know he was in bondage. He described everything of a prison set life and made the statement, I've never been to jail, so I don't know what it's like to be a prisoner. Kudos, James has the most hits on our page if you didn't know. Okay, that's a conspiracy. Number 7 coming in, Mr. Davis is number. Mr. Davis. Okay, Mr. Davis had us laughing from start to finish America. I ain't gonna lie. Mr. Davis had some valid points, but then it was like Mr. Davis was just too anxious for his 15 minutes of fame. We only gave him 4 minutes and 33 seconds. But it was just like really funny. Like Mr. Davis he looked directly into the camera as he spoke. He proper grammar. Like, it was just fucking crazy, Mr. Davis. Kudos, Mr. Davis. He should get the most hits. Ira Jefferson at number 8. This man was completely oblivious to life.
Yes.
He had no clue what the hell was going on yet. Somewhere in that peanut little brain of his, he made about one valid point. I'm not quite sure what that point was. Watch the video and find out. Number 9. Our babies want to be educated, y'all. They do. And that's sad for me. This is touching. If you watch the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, these kids actually knew what they wanted. When me and Naima first went to interview these kids, I'm like, oh man, we shouldn't be interviewing kids. They're going to make us look like fools. And when these kids started talking, it was like, oh my gosh, these children are, they were something else.
They were very intelligent.
Amazingly intelligent. So, kudos to our babies. They want to be educated. Hello. Number 10, Officer Matthews. Officer Matthews did not say more than 5 words my whole interview, which had me questioning, why is this man a cop? How can a man who does not know anything about now he stated he makes it home to watch his television shows, but he didn't know anything as to what the police force is about and what it's going to become. So that makes us question the people who actually are taking oaths to serve and protect us. 11, Miss Connie, who is making our funeral homes rich. Miss Connie was, she didn't want to be on camera once she realized she was on camera, but at the same time, Miss Connie did a hello, my name is, introduction, waved and everything. If you pay attention to the beginning of the funeral homes, the richest business in the world. Parts 1, 2, and 3. We didn't show Miss Connie after the introduction because she stated that she didn't want to be on camera. After she waved and smiled and did her little 5 seconds of fame thing, she said she didn't want to be on camera or whatever. But it was interesting to know that that funeral was not violently related. I'll be right back in a couple of minutes. Right now it's time for me to recap, and I'll be back in a few minutes with our top 5 interviews and the emotional rates that they brought to us.